Hi, hello, my name's Than, short for Nathaniel. So today I have a ton of stuff. I'm just gonna throw it all in here. It's gonna be a fun review. I have all 6 new shades of the Lisa Eldridge Liquid Lurex eyeshadows, as well as 4 of the original shades, so I'm gonna be swatching all of those, playing around with them. It's my favorite liquid eyeshadow formula, so love. I have the Westman Atelier Vital Skin Complexion Drops in the shade Atelier N, which is the lightest shade. This will not be a first impression on this. I've worn it plenty of times. I also have the new Tower 28 mascara, the Make Waves mascara. I also have the lightest shade of the new Merit Bronzing Balm. So I'm gonna try comparing this to the M Cosmetics So Soft Terra stick that I love, as well as the Makeup by Mario Skin Enhancer. And then a little bonus, also from Merit, I have the Millenial Pink lipstick. Okay, so let's get right into it. We got lots to go over. I just cut my hair, and I think I might need to take a little bit more off of right here, but usually I cut my hair and then I have to, like, you know, tweak it the next day, do a little some adjustments. Again, if you hear this, it's my aluminum reflector. Here, I'll just like kind of... So I'm gonna start with the complexion drops. Again, I have the shade Atelier N. Here's what it looks like. Just gonna do a few drops on the back of my hand. This applies great with fingers, honestly. You really don't need to use a brush. If you use a sponge, it is gonna just kind of soak up most of it, I feel. So as you can see, it's a very, very dewy finish. If you have super oily skin, I just don't think you're gonna like this, to be honest, just because it's so moisturizing. Maybe if you didn't even moisturize, you just use this as your moisturizer, like on top of like your normal serums or whatever, maybe it would work then. For me, this is gonna be great, especially going into winter time. My skin, I just know, is gonna be so dry. It always gets so dry in the winter, so yeah, this is gonna be great. I mean, I can still wear it now, but you know. I absolutely love the finish. It's like extremely skin-like. It's literally just like a veil of light over your skin. It's amazing. It just makes your skin look like plump. I would say the consistency though is like a thin oil. Like again, it doesn't feel heavy. Like I don't feel like this is gonna break you out or anything like that. I absolutely love the packaging. What the fuck? Jesus, well, good thing it's not in a glass bottle. Okay, before I go in with concealer, I want to try out the bronzing balm. It has like kind of like an oval shape, which I didn't know at first, and honestly, I live for the shape. I was scared it was gonna be too orangey, but I think it's just like right on the cusp of being too orangey, you know? Like I still wish it was a bit more red and cool tone, but I've applied this once before and it was super, super sheer. So it basically blends out into nothing. I mean, into something, but it's very like extremely natural on the skin. So I may even try the one shade up just to see if it's a little bit, you know, more my tone. But it's like a similar deal to the Mario Skin Enhancer, where even though the shade I feel like is like slightly off for me, it works because it's just so sheer and natural. Up here is the Mario Skin Enhancer in light, and then the bottom is Quince. It actually is looking just a smidge warmer than the Mario. Just a smidge warmer. And just quickly, I'm gonna put Terra on there too, because I use this all the time as kind of like a bronzer, and you'll see just how much deeper it is and more cool toned. But usually I use, you know, a very little amount and I just blend it out, and you can see when it's blended out a bit, you could definitely see the coolness compared to the other two. Like, I wish that these two formulas were like more this color. This to me feels sort of like the epitome of no makeup makeup. I would love to see a blush in this same formula. I am going to use a cooler contour. This is the Peripera Ink V shading powder in number 3, and I'm going to use my Shaquda angled face brush. For concealer, I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin. I've been using this before work, just like even just super fast. If I do nothing else, I'm still just kind of dabbing a little bit under my eyes, and it's just extremely natural looking. Yeah, I don't know. I still feel like I would like it more without the mica, and I feel like it's still, like, because of the little reflex in there, it can make texture look weird, but for some reason, right under the eyes, it's perfect for me. I don't know. And I have it in the shade number 2. And I think today I am gonna try to put it a little bit over my texture, just because, I don't know, I just need to see. Okay, so for the eyes, I do not know what shades I'm gonna use. So these are the original 4 that I have, and I'll link my review of these down below too. I mean, I have similar thoughts to what I had in that video, but still, I'll link it. Go and watch it, please. But I have Liza, Bianca, Lauren, and Angelica. The only one I don't have is the like orangey one. So this one is Maya, which is kind of like a corally shade. Next I have Emily. This is the one that I think I've worn the most. I've worn all of them on the eyes except for Zora and the purple one, Iris. So here's Emily. It's kind of like a taupey color, but it has a little bit of goldness in there too. It's like an antique taupey color. I don't know. Antique-y goldy taupey. Next there's Anais, which is another kind of like antique-y goldy color, but it has a little bit of green in there, I feel, as well. And it's a bit darker. I'll put Daphne, which is a little bit more of a true kind of mossy green color. I'll put that right under it so you can kind of see the difference. So you can see it reads more green, you know, more of a green. Anais definitely reads more gold. So here's Iris, the purple. And then the deepest shade is Zora. It's pretty much like a deep chocolatey bronze color. These colors are insane. Like, when I first saw the swatches, like, a couple months ago, I don't know, I just thought, okay, I think I'm gonna get these ones, and then watching like Lisa's reveal video and everything, oh my god, I was like, these are just like so good. Like, the colors are just so good. Now these do set down pretty quickly, but you do get enough time to kind of play with them and smudge them. I just sort of blended them a little bit more, just so you can see. But they have amazing wear, and I really don't find they crease, so. But I mean, I don't have insanely oily eyelids, but yeah, I find they have really great wear. I think I'm gonna be using Iris and Zora and maybe Daphne. Iris and Zora are the only ones I haven't used on the eyes, so I'm gonna start with Zora. So I kind of mentioned this before, but these do kind of like set down relatively quickly, but you know, it's not like crazy. You still have time. But I just start with a little bit like that, or I go directly on the lid, but today I'll try it with a brush. So I'm gonna be using this Rephr number 2. Just going right in. And I might go with another matte just to like smoke out the edges, but we'll see. Gonna try adding a bit directly with the wand now. Just taking my finger and literally just blending out the edges with my finger. Now, I don't know if I got that perfectly even, probably not, but I think that once I put my matte in there, it'll kind of just work itself out. For the purple, I think I'm just gonna apply it directly and then sort of try to blend it with my finger. Let's see. Now I'm gonna go into the Kaleidos Escape Pod palette and play with these purples. Taking the shade Soiree and the Sonia G worker brush from the Lotus set. Going into that same shade with my short-handled Bisyodo brush. Taking this Sonia G crease prep, going into Ash from Jones Road. Then I'm gonna go into You're My Only Hope from the Club Nebula palette. Gonna throw on the Legendary Brow Gel from Charlotte Tilbury in Soft Brown. Not sure about the blush yet, so let me apply this lip and we'll see then, you know, what's gonna happen there. Again, this is the shade Millenial, which is like a light pink shade. I tried this earlier. It's nice to apply because it has kind of like a sharp edge. It's a very moisturizing formula. It's a really pretty pink, and I have to say I love the packaging. Really nice. It just kind of clicks in there. Let's try this mascara before we do blush, actually. So, again, it's the Make Waves mascara. I put this on just my top lashes real quick when it came, just to see. And I think it's gonna be good. We have to see about the lower lashes though, because sometimes they're really good on top and then when you get to the lower, it's messy. But I was kind of rubbing my eyes and no flakage. So I hope that that wasn't just a fluke, because I can't stand when there's flakage. One thing I did notice yesterday, and I'm noticing it again today, is that there's really not like a lot of excess mascara on the wand. Like, there's a little bit on the very end here on the tip, but usually I get a lot more than that. And I mean, I always wipe my mascara off just on like this towel here or on like a tissue or whatever. But I think I could probably use this one without doing that, because it's like, it looks like clean. Like, it feels extremely lightweight and no stickiness or clumpiness. It's very separating. And I feel like that must have something to do with there being like, you know, there's with the lack of the excess, you know? just the top lashes. I definitely think it lengthened, it lifted, you know? I'm gonna try not to do another dip for the lower lashes, but I think it's gonna be fine. I had one little mess up over here, but I just took this brush real quick and like, and I think I got it. Just like one little speck, because I'm sure you know that the lashes on this side, on the ends, on the bottom, they're just like kind of weird. Like, you know, lashes on the ends are weird. I don't know, I don't feel like they look as lifted as they did when I was first pushing them up. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it doesn't hold the lift as much as like the Lashy Doll does, you know, which is kind of like my favorite. But it went on really nice, and yeah, I'm definitely not mad at it. I think it looks really good, and it feels super lightweight. Okay, for blush, I'm thinking, here are my options. Raspberry from Makeup by Mario. This one is Bright Pink from Jones Road, and the bottom is Flushed from Merit. I'm gonna start with Flushed. I'm gonna start with Flushed from Merit. I might add a little bit of Raspberry if I feel like I want a bit more of a pop. We'll see what happens, I don't know. For highlight, I think Lisa Eldridge Pink Moon is just gonna go great with this. I'm gonna do just a little bit of Pink Bubble from Westman Atelier. Okay, so let's zoom in and we'll go over my final thoughts. Okay, so let me just start with the skin tint. I love this. I mean, I've worn it a million times by now. I was so excited when I saw this was coming out. I just had to get my hands on it. This is just, you know, one of my top, already in the top 10 of, you know, my base products. I love it. It's a daily thing for me now. I mean, I like it so much that I got it for my best friend for her birthday. So excited to give it to her and for her to experience the joy of this tint. And for a skin tint, it actually has like decent coverage. Like, I would say you can definitely get this to a medium. I think on most people it's gonna be a medium. With my redness and stuff, nothing, I mean, I say this all the time, but nothing could get to full really on me. But it's good. It's just really good. Again, oily skin, I'm not so sure because it is very glowy. I mean, if you like dewy though, do this. The Lisa Eldridge shadows are like a no-brainer. They're just so good. They're so easy to use, you know, user-friendly. The colors are just like chef's kiss. Wear time, great. I do think I like these 6 new colors more than the original 5. But I love from the first round, Lauren is one of my favorites of all time, and I love Angelica as well. I mean, of course I like the other shades too, but if you were gonna pick between, I mean, there's no really reason to choose between, you know, just pick the ones you want. You know, there's no competition between the first ones, you know, and the new ones. I'm just saying that these new colors, I think especially already knowing the formula, seeing these new colors just like really excited me, you know? I do really like this bronzing balm. I mean, the shade could be better. The shade could be better, and I think I will have to see if I can find the darker shade, the one up from this, in person, or if I can just find a review comparing them or something, because I feel like that one might be a little bit more red, which would be right up my alley. But because this is so sheer, I think no matter your undertone, you can kind of get away with it. I think that this one blends slightly easier than the Mario, which isn't saying much because the Mario blends so nicely too. That's just another like really good kind of no makeup product. But this one blends out a little bit more like down to nothing. You know what I mean? Whereas the Mario, I feel like if you build it up a lot, like you can start to see it more. I mean, it's still very natural, but yeah, by like hairs, you know what I mean? They are different, but you know, you're gonna get the same kind of look no matter which one you go with. And I love this lipstick. I want to try more shades. I mean, what can I say? I love just like moisturizing formulas like this. I have super dry lips. You might even be able to see some like dead skin. However, I feel like for having some dead skin on my lips right now, like it doesn't look very emphasized, at least in person. Maybe on camera you're like, ew, but in person I feel like it looks good. So yeah, and I love the color, perfect pink for me. So this mascara, I like this too. Like, I don't know, I guess I just like everything today. Yeah, I don't know if I like it more than the Lashy Doll. That one is just kind of hard to beat for me. I think the Lashy Doll just is, you know, it's more intense. I feel like it's a little blacker, a little bolder. And I feel like it kind of holds more. I mean, but you can feel it. You can feel the difference because these are really so, you know, not so soft. Like, they're not as soft as the new Lancome. Where is it? This one here, the new Le 8 Hypnose or whatever. This one. This really makes your lashes feel soft. I would say the texture of this one is in between this and the Lashy Doll. I'm saying they're not very like crunchy, and I don't think the Lashy Doll makes your lashes crunchy, but you know, it just doesn't have as much, this doesn't have as much hold as the Lashy Doll. But I'll keep using this in future videos and, you know, I'll get a better grasp of it. But I would say that this is a pretty good mascara, so yeah. Okay, thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and ring the bell to be notified every single time that I upload a new video. Follow my Instagram, PrettyEarthAndGram, and follow me on Newness so you're notified every single time I'm doing a live stream. I'm about to be late for my live stream that I just scheduled for tonight. I definitely have to like push it back a half hour because I have to shower, get this all off, and then yeah, I'm gonna do another look. So anyways, goodbye.